I'm going to show you what you would do.
All right.
Margie, let me ask you a quick question. You have only one genius, correct? So when I send the code, I believe you and Robert, you share the genius. Is that correct? Margie? All right. Let me, while I wait for her, let me go ahead and show you. So in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the 3 lines by the question mark. If you hit that, it goes over to your navigation area and you select libraries. Here is where you will import the libraries. And this is also where you will add them to your clients. So I'm going to hit the button that says import libraries. And right there, it says put your key to your libraries. So because I sent more than one library, you either enter the bulk code or you enter the individual code, and then you will have all of the libraries. Okay? So this should have came as a bulk because you would have got the angelic shield and the love panel. I think, Alex, I think I might have sent you more because I knew that I didn't have your number before. But if you don't have the panels, please just let me know. But I think I tried to make sure everyone got all of the panels. Okay, so that's how you will load the panels. And Verna, I will send you a 15-day trial, but just know once you purchase, you may have to get those items again because they won't stay for the 15-day trial.
All right. Thank
you. You can at least get them and play with them during that time period.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Tonya, this is Cheryl.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've gotten an email with those.
Do you have a Genius, Cheryl?
I do, and I'm on the class, I think, but I can't see where I can't see myself on here. So
I don't see you either.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if I deleted myself.
Are you on by the phone?
Well, I'm watching your screen.
I see a phone number, but I don't see, I also don't see you listed.
Let me log out and log back in and see if that makes a difference.
Okay. And then that actually, I'm glad you said that because I want to make sure I have everyone that has a Genius. I want to make sure that I have your correct email because again, it is much easier to send panels through the Genius. So I'm going to tell you everyone that I have listed down, and I can get that at least cleaned up. So I have Aaron and Adriana, they're not on. I got Alex. I have Bonnie. I don't see that person on. Barbara Murphy, I don't see her on. Eugenia. Joyce Green. Is Joyce on tonight? Not yet. Linda Frank. Maria. Is Maria on? Nope. Okay, Marilyn, I have you.
Patsy. Tonya, you know what happened?
What'd you say, Marilyn?
Tonya, this is Margie. Can you hear me?
No,
it's
I don't.
Margie.
Are you on by just the phone, Margie?
I'm on the phone only. I don't have internet. You know, I've got trees down. I have no electricity, but I'm on the cell phone and you can hear me. That's awesome.
Yes. Praying for you. The storm, has it passed over or is it still really bad?
No, it's past. It's just I've got a tree on my roof and 6 giant oaks in the yard down.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But
So,
it's infinite love and gratitude. we're safe.
so do you have just one genius?
I have one genius.
Okay, so I think I've already sent you the panels then.
I can't open it, but I see you emailed me something.
Okay, and then is it true that you have the iPhone and the iPad for the Infinity?
Yes, that's correct. And my husband has the iPad.
He has a separate iPad?
Yeah, he has
Okay.
a separate iPad. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I got to send him his, okay, got it. Thank you for that. And
Tonya,
then I have, so I have Marilyn, that you have the genius. Patsy, Pam, you have a genius.
yes.
Um,
Tonya,
and
can I ask
then,
you what date did you send that on? 'Cause
who is this?
this is Pam Kapoor.
Yours said the 12th. When
Oh,
I looked up your email, yes, it
Okay,
said it
thank
went through on the 12th.
Okay,
And that's for the genius, okay?
yes. Okay, thank you.
All right. So Chantal, I don't have a email or a, so do you have a genius?
Yeah, I have. I have to say to say to you that I am a French Canadian. I live in Quebec, Canada. So my English is not perfect, but I think I do quite well. And you are supposed to have my email address because I have received the link.
Okay.
So, and it's the second time I joined you. The last time it was really at the end.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and I email you to tell me how I can get the panels, but you are supposed to have my my email address.
Okay,
But
I will look for it before we end, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All
I'm
right.
really happy to be on the call to learn more. I have a genius.
All right, thank you. I have a good friend that is also French. Her name is Chantal Mahi. So hopefully I didn't confuse your email with something that she was sending me, but I will check it before we end so that I make sure I have your email, and then I will, Chantal.
Okay, and I can be interested to be in touch with your French friend. Her name, is it Chantal?
Yeah, Chantal, same spelling as yours.
Ah, yeah. Where she live?
She lives here in Ohio, but she is from France.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it can be interesting for me to get in touch because I would like to to share more the genius, but here in Quebec, almost the people they speak French. They not all speak or understand English. So maybe maybe we can share some tricks or panels or anyway.
Yes, I will.
So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I found your email. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Oh,
think,
yeah, you have it. You have it. Yeah.
yes, I do. Thank you.
Tonya, this is Pam Kapoor. I didn't get it. All I got from you on the 12th was Dr. Lou's seasonal allergy.
I didn't send you that, so that's not from me, but I will resend it because I pulled it up, Pam. So I will just resend the what I
Please do.
pulled up, okay?
Okay, thank you
But
so
I
much.
didn't send you anything from Dr. Lou.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I only would have sent you my panel. So I think everybody should have it. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. And I want to see if we can go over some of the ways that we can go deeper on this device and take a look at this person and see what we get. Okay, so here's our aura for today. And one of the things that one of my goals in tonight's class is to show you how to go deeper in all the different ways that you can go deeper with this device. Somewhat like we did on yesterday, to try to get you to understand all the benefits of the genius. Okay, so that here the rest of the time we can really go extremely laser sharp when we're looking for something. Because sometimes um, things are not as they appear. So, what do I mean by that? You can run a session and you can see that one, either you don't feel that you're getting the shift that you're looking for, or you don't see that either yourself or your loved one or your client is not experiencing the change that you're looking for. And so, how do you go deeper and see if there's something that you're missing? So, let's take a quick overview of the device. We're on the main page. And on this page, if we look, this is our young lady from last week. And we only see now one thing that is in the red, although the infection energetic is still over 650. And that was even the case, if you recall last week, um, if my brain supports me tonight, I think we had bacterial, we had Lyme, we had mold that was coming up in the infection energetic. But let's just take it one at a time. Let's look at the chakra. And the heart has always been off and always been very low. The sacral is low. So now let's go back and let's check that infection energetic. That's our second highest. And still the same, the mold, the Lyme. Parasites was low, but now it is, but biofilm is low. And I believe biofilm was red and higher, but it's still over 650. So I want you to just focus on this right here because I think this is an area of concern because it has continuously been a key factor of being out of balance. So let's look at.
Excuse me, Tonya, somebody's got their mic open and there's a lot of banging and talking and stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, we should be good. So let's now, if again, if my brain supports me on the Nogier, I think A and F and C is where we were out of balance. So again, C and F are still out of balance. A is in balance now, and E is a little high. Um, Real quick, we're just going to see where we were able to shift and then also where we were not able to shift. The brain anatomy, right now it's showing 168, so that's good. But the basal ganglia was showing very low, which it is still, and the frontal cortex still high. So this young person is dealing with some emotions, some anxiety, and some nervousness. If you recall, last week on the emotions, we had a lot, um, sadness, sorrow, um, guilt, fear, shame, still high. Let's see what's on our low. The suffering is still under 140. I don't see sadness. Sadness is now balanced. That one was really out of balance last week. Okay, now let's look at the rest of the body. Let's look at today's stress. Connective tissue is and nutrition and virus. And then we have immune and environmental. So let's look at chemical sensitivities. Air pollution. All right. So now I want to show you some ways that you can utilize the device to help you go deeper. We've got a lot of things that we have been able to shift. And let me show you what I did in the libraries. If still, I put in the love panel, the angelic shield, because I really think this young person needs her etheric field protected. And so I added these libraries to her session the last time. And I decided to pull in our Rocky Mountain panel to just see where I could give her some support. So it was needed. So now let's go back and that we can use the device to go deeper. So with the Genius, I'm going to touch where it says in the middle at the top of the screen, System Overview. And when I touch System Overview, it gives you a new screen called General Overview. Now, if you notice, General Overview sorts everything from your main page and gives you all of your highs and all of your lows. So right now you see all of the highs are represented here. So if you wanted an easy way to look at all of your highs, you hit System Overview and it switches the screen to General Overview, which gives you highs and lows. Okay? Now, if I tap General Overview with my finger, it resorts it, and now all of the blues from every screen appear. So now you see we have all of the blues. So this is a general overview where you can see everything from from this page, from the system overview. It took out all of the blues and all of the reds and put them on one screen for you. Does everybody see that? Any questions?
Yeah, I didn't see where it says general overview, or it doesn't show up on my
at the
screen.
top, at the top in the middle.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I see.
So
Yeah.
now if I touch that with my hands, your red are showing. Okay.
Right.
So if I tap general overview, now you have all of the blues at the top.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can get all of your blues or you can tap and get all of your reds. And how do you go there? Where now it says system overview, but instead of going and looking at each individual one, I want the device to pull all of my reds and all of my blues. So I hit system overview, and that's where I get general overview. Now, I think you all remember that a lot of times I like to pull my reds into the quick zap and put my blues down low. You'll see a question mark over where it says quick zap. You see the down arrow, but you also see the plus sign, okay? If I hit that plus sign, it gives me the ability to pull all of the red items up to the quick zap. So I'm going to hit red items. And now if you look here in the quick zap, it now says 90 items. And I'm going to hit the little down arrow, and you can see it pulled all of her red items and put them in there with just one button. If you,
Tonya, excuse me just a second. I'm trying to do this along with you. And when I did that, none of the items went over to general overview, but none of those bars or like the readings, the 771 on mind emotional, none of that stuff transferred.
okay, so tell me where you're at. You hit the system overview to go to the general overview?
Yes, and what it's doing is it has a purple, it looks purple, and then a blue and a red, and then everything else below that is purple.
And
But there are no readings.
You did a fresh scan?
Yeah, well, I thought I did. Yeah, it's giving me readings, but it didn't transfer over when I hit the general overview. Do I need to zap them before I do that?
No, nope. If you added your, I'm assuming you're running yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and you did a new scan today, like I just did.
Yeah.
And let me go back, and you're here on your system overview screen.
Yes, but this is dividing it up into body, biofield, and mind. Is yours doing that?
But did you hit the word system overview?
Yeah, I did, but I don't have libraries showing on mine.
But that's because you didn't put libraries on yourself. I did. I added libraries to her file.
Oh, I still don't understand how to do that. Okay.
I'll show you in just a minute. But when
Okay.
when you hit system overview, it went to general overview, correct?
Correct.
And you do have all of your red showing.
No, none of those. You see those lines that, like under biofield meridians, and it's red and it says 777.
Did you not have a lot of reds then? Maybe you didn't.
None of that is showing. Well,
But
none of
then
that's showing up.
but it could mean that you don't have
Need
as
to
many
hit
reds
begin
that you have.
analysis.
I have 3 red ones that are showing up.
Okay, so that may be all you have.
But what I'm saying is that those lines are not, they're not transferring over. There's no readings on when I hit general overview.
So what does the 3 reds that you have say?
There's only one. It says mind system overview.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that because you don't have as many reds as she has.
Ah, Alex, thank you. Hold on. Thank you, Alex. It was a simple solution. I didn't hit, he told me to hit begin analysis.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Alex.
That's what I was missing. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I apologize too. That's where I was asking, did you run it? And I should have said begin analysis. Thank you.
Sorry.
See, it takes a team. Okay. So again, you can hit that plus sign and you can do a bulk and pull either your reds, your yellows, your greens, or your blue. Okay. So then at the bottom, I can hit that plus sign. And now I can hit all of my blues. And so now all of my blues went to the bottom. Okay.
You mean the main tray?
Yes, the main whole tray. I hit that plus sign and it gives me the same option. Do you want to bulk drag all of your blues to the bottom? All of your yellows, all of your reds, all your greens. And I hit blues because that's typically what I will put in the bottom. And so now, if you look at the bottom tray, all of my blue items are in the bottom tray. Now, I would, there's not a lot of times that I would put 93 things in there. I definitely would not run 90 things in the quick zap. But what is good about this is then you can go in and take out what you want because it has an X there. So you can easily remove whatever it is that you wanted to remove. So let's say right here, you'll see wonder on the side as an emotion, and I'm going to hit the X, and now it's gone. So you can easily remove things, but I don't know that I don't think that it is good to run 90 things in the quick zap. Okay. So I'm going
Why
to
is that, Tonya? Why?
that's too much. That's a lot. And, you got to think of it as when you are running a session, you're giving the body commands. And so when I just did that bulk, put all those 93. So let's look at that for a minute. So like you got the exact meridian point. I mean, you have everything through all of the pages. I'm going to bring that down and I'm going to go back to the system overview. So what that did, that took everything. So for example, let's go into spine. So that pulled all of the reds, the C7, the T10. Let's look at the meridians. The meridians, it pulled the conception vessel, the governing vessel. But let's look at the kidney. Let's take the kidney a little bit further. That it pulled in 729. Okay, so it pulled anything within this whole system overview that was red is what is now there. So that's how you got the 93.
How did you get the points, that you said that's kidney something? How did you reach there?
The meridian points.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me close down that. So here's the meridian.
Yeah.
So let's stay here for just a second. So remember her heart chakra was off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit the heart meridian at the bottom. I want to know the exact heart point that is out of balance.
How did you shift it to this screen then? That's what I'm asking.
You hit the eye, just like.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see the eye first.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. You just hit heart meridian. You just tap it.
Okay.
And it goes deeper. Sorry, it's an eye on our other device. On this one, you just tap the heart meridian, and now you're at each point. Then in here, I can hit the eye. So you see heart 9 at the top. I'm going to hit that eye. It says palpitations, cardiac pain, pain in the chest. I'm going to hit HT5, sudden loss of voice, stiffness of the tongue, palpitations. So when you hit the eye, it tells you exactly where it's at.
Tonya, I'm not getting how you found your way to that from.
Hit the heart meridian.
I don't see a heart meridian. What field what page are you?
Meridians, go to meridians.
From where?
From
What's
the
the
main
screen?
page. From your main page.
I'm not, oh, wait a minute.
And the biofield is meridians.
Hold on. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
You hit meridians.
Okay.
And then you have all your meridians. So go with me to the heart meridian.
Okay.
And when you hit heart meridian, it takes you deeper.
So when you're seeing the red, the yellow, and the green and blue, those are like you would take the two red ones and the blue ones. Is that what you would do?
You can, yes, especially if you're trying to go deeper. So let's go deeper, okay? Can we do that? So her heart meridian, we have HT6, HT9, HT5. Okay, and we hit the I, we can get the wording of what that point controls. If you look at the left hand, you can see where HT9 has to do with the small finger. HT8, it tells you exactly on the body where those points are. Okay, so go back out with me, especially if you're using your device. And let's look at spleen. So let's go into the spleen. So we have 7 points off in the spleen meridian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 meridians off when it comes to the spleen. Okay? I'm hitting the eye to see if we see any pattern with this. Okay? So sometimes if you are not able to find, say all your numbers are good, but you still know that you haven't shifted, either it's yourself or your loved one, you might have to really go and look and see when it comes to the specific meridian point where there could be an imbalance in the body. And if you follow with me, the meridians are balanced, but doesn't mean that you don't have to go deeper. Okay?
So Tonya, these numbers that are next to the colors, is that the reading?
Yes. Where mine
Okay.
says 357. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm still in the spleen meridian looking at the points, and so
Okay.
the ones in red
Yeah,
are
707. So that's the
yes. Okay.
highest on that panel. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So that one is up in our quick zap, and then all of the blues are down below. Okay. So I'm going to hit SP9 at the bottom. Okay. So let's say I still want to know more. I still want to go deeper. So I'm going to hit the SP9, and now it takes me over to what's called entangled insights. So I want to know what's affecting the spleen. I want to know what's a contributing factor to this spleen meridian being out of balance. What's wonderful about this device is I don't know what could be. So I'm just going to hit all, just load everything. Okay. And then I'm going to hit check it. So just check everything for me and tell me what should I be balancing this spleen meridian point with. Look at that. B cells, bacteria. Okay. See everything that comes up, stomach disorders. So I could then take these individual things and balance them with the spleen. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to clear everything out of here. And let's say that I drag all of my things that are 100 I drag them up. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to drag that specific spleen item. And now if I chose, I can just run this for, let's see, I got it on there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's just put it for 2 minutes. Now I could just run that specific item with what I have found by the entangled insights to be a factor with it. And you can be very specific.
So you've got all these items and then you're running
Hold
a
on
quick
one
graph
second.
on it.
Okay. So does that make sense? Sometimes you can be very superficial and just simply hit the quick balance, and the quick balance is going to just balance your highs 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 3 minutes, what have you. Or you can narrow down a specific thing and just balance that.
Tonya, this is Alex.
Mhm.
I see a cancer item. You normally, when you hit all, you normally get items with cancer. How do you suggest we interpret that?
Well, Alex, my interpretation is everyone has cancer cells in their body. Everybody. Now, if those cancer cells are activated is a different story. But everyone has cancer cells in their body. But do we give them permission to replicate and to cause damage? And that's where, again, for me, having the device, we can have a say in that by how we keep our energy, how we keep our mindfulness, our awareness, and how we make sure that we don't allow our bodies to be in a acidic state, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But I would have put it in there and balanced it.
Excellent, thank you.
And thank you for asking that, Alex. But one of the things that I have been watching with this person is the things that are coming up, and again, the connective tissue, just things that can indicate something on a cellular breakdown is happening. So let me go to trying to think the other things that I saw come up with her. Let's see this today's stress. So that connective tissue keeps coming up. So that's one that I may take even. Let's take a look at that and go deeper and see why do we keep having that connective tissue come up.
What is connective tissue?
In our bodies our connective tissue that holds our joints, our muscles, our bones, our ligaments, everything together. Look at that, amylase, bacteria, emotion, remorse, sorrow. There's that sorrow again. So look at the line, CMV. That's a viral that anyone can have in their body. um, but it would not be good. There's some parasites. So look at the things that are 100%. So for
Tonya,
me,
how did you get to connective tissue?
I'm going to go back here under today's stress. And see what I like about this device. This is where degeneration, but that's not a focus. But if that had come up high or low, that's something of importance when I'm doing the scan. If acid comes up,
I'm not understanding how you got to today's stress.
on the
I'm
main
in the,
page,
I'm
it's
on
under,
system overview. Okay, hold
yeah,
on.
yeah, on our main page.
What's it under?
That one's under body.
Okay, found it.
Yeah. And again, I'm just showing you ways that with this device, you can go so much deeper without even going to libraries, just so much deeper with just staying within the device. So let's do something. So we got several
Okay,
things down here.
excuse me, Tonya, this is Chantal. Um, since I wasn't at the beginning of the last week, can you repeat briefly the cases so I will be able to understand more what you
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
about?
We ran this young girl, and when we first ran her, and I think I can show you. Let me go to images. She had a lot of things that were extremely low, and this was the aura. You see the black here over
Yeah,
the
okay,
left side, and we had majority of the scan was very low. So very low meaning that it was long-standing, chronic, a big concern. So been running her quite a bit. Um, actually, she came.
which kind of physical issue did she have?
Well, right now we don't know of a physical issue. It's more
Oh,
emotional.
emotional. Okay, okay, I got it. Okay,
Yeah, but if
but
left alone, it's going to turn into a physical,
yeah, for
and it
sure.
is an extreme emotional.
Okay,
But we've gotten some good success. Things on this scan look a lot better.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So
But while you were looking to the connective tissue because it wasn't the at the top of the red in the
yes,
today's stress, why were you looking at this specific items?
well, these are the things that since I've been running her, I'm not able to get a shift in.
Oh, okay, okay.
I've
It's not
gotten
the
some
first
things
time.
to improve, but those
Okay.
things that I highlighted have stayed the same.
Oh, okay, okay,
The basal ganglia,
okay,
the connective tissue. So now we're trying to go deeper and see what are we missing. What could we um, not see that we need to help her with?
okay.
Okay.
Maybe she can be really, really acidic, too much.
Really acid?
Yeah, acid.
Yeah.
And how can you reach how she can be acid with the basic of the genius without use any panels, extra panels?
Well, acid shows up on our today stress.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's true.
And that's
Okay,
and that's where I was saying that degeneration shows up here too. So now what I want us to do is now we're going to look at what we put in the main whole tray because we got all her blues. So let's take a look and see how they prioritize. Let me say this, you know, at the bottom, you see we got a pretty good percentage. We got a 50% rectification. That's good on the Genius.
Yeah.
Okay. So having that 50% on that little bit that we ran, what does that mean? That means that the body received and the flow of energy was freed up. Okay. When we have, if we had ran that and the rectification came in at 20% or 10%, what does that mean? It means that we did not free up. What we used to balance with did not, for lack of better word, unclog the energy flow.
Got it. Okay.
But when we get a good response, then we know that we were able to free up energy to help the alignment and the body received it. If it's low, the body resists it. Okay? So
Okay.
so let's take a look and see out of our lows what's our high.
Tonya, can you talk a little bit about progressive insights that shows up on the top?
Yes, that's I'm looking to see what's up in the high area, and if we notice, there's no real body organs. So notice this, you know, the awakening intuition is high, but notice there's no real body part that's in the high. It's more emotions, some of the food sensitivities, today's stress, chamomile.
Meridian points are high.
Huh?
Meridian points are high, that's they are in the body.
Yes, yes. That's what I was going to say. There's some meridian points, but what I'm saying is there the heart chakra is not there, the basal ganglia is not there. So
Okay.
I have been saying to this young person's mother that I think her energy, she really needs to protect her energy.
There's thoracic 12.
Huh?
There's thoracic 12. Oh, but that was in the low.
Yeah. I'm going down to show you that there are some body parts there. Bladder, heart, but they're all low. So that's a good thing. But I guess for me, remember when we first talked, I said, I wonder if she is just taking in everybody's energy.
Yeah. Tonya, do you think that the sacral chakra can be a point of interest in her case?
Let's check it. So let's go deeper. Okay. So we're here at Progressive Insights. And here at Progressive Insights, you can go even deeper. Okay. So I'm going to hit on the left side. I'm going to check the sacral chakra, and I'm going to hit the functional zone. Okay, so now that we went to this functional zone, we see it's either it's high for microorganisms, immune. So let's hit the top one, microorganisms, and now we can go even deeper.
Tonya, why are those yellow if they're above
Hold on
650?
1 second. Okay, go ahead. What did you say?
Why were those yellow if they were above 650?
Sometimes they are. Again, you can't always go by the color. You can if that's
Okay.
how you choose, but the numbers, always look at the numbers.
Okay.
So look here, bacterial stress, viral stress. So I'm going to put those down in the main hold, and I'm going to grab the microorganism. Let's check out the immune system. Food allergy, non-autoimmune allergy stress. Is it, for me, there's some light bulbs going off. So why do I say that? Okay, I'm going to come all the way back out. Nuts, dill,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, when we were, let me hit begin analysis, because whenever you put anything in the main hold, it's going to reprioritize. So let's come back out. Sensitivities here. Her sensitivities are well, they're balanced this time. But before, her sensitivities were not so balanced. And so sometimes we don't realize how the food we eat is really affecting us.
That's
So
so true.
again, in trying to figure out what could be a contributing factor to this young person, to her anxiety, her nervousness, the emotional
Yeah.
things that she's going through.
Tonya, is there a way to check the impact of vaccinations on a person?
Ah, very
She's
good.
of that age, mercury,
Yes,
aluminum.
yes, yes. So let's look at heavy metals. Did we look at heavy metals? It's 149. So let's type in mercury and see what comes up. That's good thinking. Her mom is not big on vaccines, but her dad is. He wants vaccines. %6. So that's very low. So I'm going to drag that down. And then let's see, just see if it comes up to one of our highs. Nope. Okay.
Do
But you
you have a
see how
way of
you can
showing if it's
go
in the
deeper?
brain?
Huh?
Do you have a way of showing if it's up in the brain?
Well, okay. Let's go back. And let's go back to the brain anatomy, because we had the frontal lobe and the basal ganglia. And the basal ganglia has been staying low throughout. %76%, much higher. So you see, you can go really deep when it comes to just using just the device. Okay? I want to show you one more thing. So I'm going to hit on the 3 lines over here. And I'm going to go to extra modules. And here is where our biocompatibility is at under the synergistic. And you could type in something that you want to see how well it may be for the body. So let's just type in water just because that's what I did the other day. And begin
I'm
analysis.
sorry. How did you get there again?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
At the right by the question mark, the 3 lines,
Mm-hmm.
which takes you over to navigation. And then I went to extra modules. Instead of going to libraries, we usually go to libraries. I went to extra modules.
And then you went into what? Oh, synergistics.
Synergistics. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how you can check the biocompatibility. Okay. How you can recheck to see how something would do good for the body is response assessment. And I could type in a remedy and see how would it do for this part of the body. Okay, I want to show you one other thing. You have neural remedies. Now, Cheryl, how I got there, just because I know it's hard to see where I'm putting my fingers. Up here in the 3 lines by the question mark, and where it says neural remedies under extra modules. Say this young lady, we know there's some emotions. Say we want to record something that we want to play energetically for her. I can hit the plus sign up here by those 3 lines. I can name it, and I could say, say you could do a prayer, or you could do a positive affirmation. I could say a calm affirmation. I'm going to name it. Okay. If I can find something on the internet that I want to play, or if I want to speak it, I can do that and record it.
Okay, I got to that page, but I can't figure out where that little box
Say that
comes
again.
from. I'm on that page, but how did you pull up that little box that you were typing in the affirmation?
At the top, there's a plus sign.
Oh, I can't even see that. Okay.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
So then you can label it. So you can put as many neural remedies as you want. Now it's recording what I'm saying because I'm just talking just to let it go. And then I hit save. And now it's saved. And then I hit voice harmonics, and it's going to save that and make that into a neural remedy. And then I'm going to go back, and now that calm affirmation is there.
Tonya, is it possible, because I think that I have once I did 2 neuroremedy, and I would like to have, let's say, for the brain, okay? But when I scan it, because I think that there is a feature that you have to scan, and the genius choose the better that you need at that point. And I wasn't able to choose the one I would like to have, let's say the brain, because it wasn't the first at the top of the list. Is it possible, or I am mixed up?
No, you can pick whatever you want. So say I hit chakra, okay? And then I hit my 3 lines and I go to neural remedy. Sorry. And I go to the extra modules, now I have the chakras. So you pick whatever you want to do, but when it comes to the neural remedy, you can add as many as you want. So say I put, let's say I put the Lord's Prayer. Hit okay. And then I hit record and I would say the Lord's Prayer. And then I hit save and do the voice harmonics. I see my screen has popped off. Let me get it back on. Hold on, I'm not sure. Let me share one more time and see why it popped off. All right, there it goes. Okay. So now you have two. So now if I hit begin analysis, it's going to balance and tell you which one is needed the most. And it says the calming one. Because it's at
Okay, but if I want choose the calm affirmation, can I? Can you?
Yes.
You can?
Yep. You just hit the play button.
Okay.
And now it's playing that affirmation because it converted it to a voice harmonics. So now it's playing the frequency for that. Okay. So what I want to do, that's a lot. I mean, and I know that it's a lot, but on our next class, if someone on the class would volunteer, send me an email. And let's do a session from start to finish, and we're going to just go deeper and see how can we see what is not visual or easy to see. How do we find those hidden things? Okay. And
Tony, I have a question. I have a
yes.
question. Why would you be concerned on the degeneration item in the today's stress panel?
Let me go back to that.
So sorry, I should have asked that.
So here on the today's.
Yes, there's this item, degeneration, which is yellow, I think.
Oh, why? Because that shows me that there's some extreme breakdown in the cells.
Got it.
And that would be very concerning, because for me, if we don't get a handle on the emotionals and on the negative thoughts, they're going to break down the cells. I really, honestly, in everything within me, that every dis-ease is an emotion or a thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we don't find that, it will continue to destruct the cells in the body. And that's where it comes from. And sometimes, you know, we can think it's one thing, but it's something totally different. But what I like about the device is that it can help find it. Especially if we are in a mindset of not judging. Because sometimes we can judge things, or we can be so hard on ourselves that that's why it's hard to find it.
Thank you.
But if we're willing, if we want to be well, and we're willing to be open to the love, to the healing, and to wellness, then the body will let us know where it's at. And then when we can release that or let that go, the body will repair and start to heal.
Tonya, can you, before we go, I know we're running late, but could you just show one more time how you add the libraries? Because I don't think I added those that you sent to us a couple of
Okay.
weeks ago. Thank you.
So when we go here to the libraries and or to the navigation area and we hit libraries, and then for this device, if you just hit import libraries, you put your code right there. And if you put the bulk code, it will come up. Or if you put the individual code, it will come up. And then your libraries will probably show up under shared, not under created. So then you hit shared, and then that's where all of your libraries should show up.
Are these the ones that you sent us specifically for the Genius, or can we import the ones that are in our Infinity?
These are the ones that I sent you for your Genius.
Okay,
And
so we can't import the ones for from the Infinity.
there is supposed to be a way, but I have not got it to work for me because there's no way to send an email from our Infinity.
Tonya, I was given a master code for that. And so you can, when you want to do that, you have to go into the master code area. Master key or whatever it's called. I don't have it in front of me. And then Karen, Michaela sends the master code to you. So you can either enter it individually, the master code, or the bulk, and it does transfer there.
Okay.
But
So
it'll show up in the master, this thing, not in the regular, library.
Okay. So on next Thursday, I will have Michaela send me the code, and we'll do that.
Yeah, I've been able to do all my libraries, all my panels into the library here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will make life very easy for you, Cheryl. But I have sent you some codes. So if you don't see them, let me know, because it's very easy to send these. It's just a matter of hitting export and then putting a check mark on whatever it is that you want to send, and then putting the person's email address there, and that's it. And
Wow, that's, yeah.
So that's why I said for this device, I typically will send your panels out pretty easy because it's easy to do.
Right, and I never did get the email for the Angelic Shield and the Love panel.
For this one? Okay,
either of them. I didn't get them for the Infinity either.
The Infinity, I have them all done. I will send out a bulk email to everybody and your code will be there.
Okay.
And if your code does not work, just send me a second email and say, Tonya, my code didn't work, and I will send you the screenshot. Because what I do when I send codes for the Infinity, I will always screenshot it just to make sure you get all the letters correct. Okay.
Okay. And is there a way to print a report in the Genius?
Yes. I'll show you that real quick. So okay. When we go, you can here under System Overview is Reports. So right here you can print or you can email at the bottom of the screen.
Okay. And then you were showing a picture of the aura was that from the Genius or from the Infinity on that little girl?
From here.
Did you save that some way
Yes,
from
you can
the
email it.
last time?
Uh-huh. So you can, when you're on the, let's see what change we made here. And then it gives you the option to email it or to print it.
Is it the last aura, I mean the aura of the last week, or it's the aura at the beginning of this session now?
Beginning of the session now, and then this is what we changed to. So we did really good. We got
Yes, yay!
yeah, a lot of
Wow.
heart. And that will, you know, the heart, we showed the heart was out of balance and then the heart chakra, but we got a lot of green, which represents change and represents something with
Yeah.
the heart.
Oh,
So I think we did good.
amazing.
Yeah. So let's do a full session next Thursday and just see how it flows by just seeing what the body shows us and going just however it guides us. But using our tools to go deeper in different areas and to see what shift we can make. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tonya. We
Yes,
appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Thank
And,
you.
Yes,
you know,
thank you.
Thank you.
I learned a lot, even though I can't see the chart. I mean, see what you're doing. I'm going through my while you're talking.
yes. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
Tonya.
us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us, Margie. Marjorie.
Oh, great.
All
I'm
right.
learning more. I didn't realize how wonderful this genius was.
It's got
So
a
great.
lot. It's got a lot, and we're still just skimming the surface, but we're going to go deeper.
Great.
All
Well,
right.
thank you. Have a good
Thank
night.
you so much.
Have a good night, everyone. I will send out
Bye-bye.
those quotes here in the next 15 minutes. Bye, Chantal.
What?
I'm going to send you an email separate.
Okay, for
Yeah, I'm going to send you an email, and then for everyone here within the next 15 minutes, you'll get your codes. Okay?
okay. Can I have okay? It's gonna be for the panels that you speak about the last week.
Yes.
Okay. Did you send other panels before?
I'll make sure that you have them all.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. And can I say to you right now that I would like to be the volunteer
Oh,
for the
yes,
next?
ma'am. Thank
I
you.
would like really.
Yes, ma'am. I would love it.
Oh,
So
thank you so
I'll
much.
send you some information that I need.
Okay, okay. And I am really blessed to be able to speak enough in English and understand, to be able to be a part of that amazing community, and be able to help my French Canadian friends and family, and eventually clients. And so
Yes.
I'm really blessed of that, and I
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate all of you.
Chantal,
So,
your English is much better than our French.
I know it's not really tough to
It's
be,
very
because
good.
you don't have, if you live in the United States, don't have the opportunity to learn and to practice. But I watch a lot of videos in English, and I learn and I studied, and I went in an immersion long time ago. But I, I I have studied a lot, and in my little voice, it was telling me that some ways it's gonna be useful for you, and now I know why, because I can participate in that with that amazing technology to help people. I used to be in occupational therapy, but the healthcare system in Quebec, Canada, probably like you in US and everywhere in the world, it's really sick. I was fed up. It was too much for me. And now I feel better. I heal myself, but I have some emotional issues still, but not too much. But now I know that I can help others, but with that way, the genius way, the quantum field, the frequencies. So it's the answer. So
Yes, yes,
that's
I'm
it.
looking forward to it. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing with us.
Yeah.
We'll all
Bye-bye.
grow together.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, I send all those things out. Have an amazing rest of the evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.